Hi, I'm Matt Baldwin, Regional Editor for Hagadone Media, Montana. First off, a huge thank you for tuning into our podcast over the past year. Your support means the world to us, and it's inspired us to dive deeper into the world of podcasts. We've got some exciting updates to share with you. You might notice a fresh look and feel to our podcast lineup. We've revamped things a bit, breaking our shows into 4 distinct podcasts to make your listening experience even better. First up, Interlake News Now is simply News Now. Here you'll get Taylor's headlines, Melissa's local events, and all the timely news updates you need. Sports Now is now Keeping Score, where you can stay up to speed on local prep sports. Then there's Deep Dive. This podcast is all about exploring the stories of local people, businesses, and ideas. And if you missed last summer's Maritime Mystery series, don't worry, it's now the first season of Deep Dive. And of course, our monthly concert series, Press Play, now has its own podcast. Get ready for exclusive interviews with local musicians and all things Press Play. You can find links to all these new podcasts listed in the description of this episode, or simply search for Daily Interlake wherever you listen to podcasts. Once again, thank you for your incredible support. If you enjoy what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave us a review.
Thank you so much. By a show of hands, how many of you know who we are or have seen us play before? Okay, so that's great. It's a good mix. No pressure for those of you that haven't. I'll tell you a little bit about Nick and I before we do this next song, just for those people that don't know who we are. Nick and I are longtime friends, and during the pandemic, when I was living in New York City and Nick was here, and we were stuck in our respective places, we wanted to do something creative together, and so we started playing with each other from afar. So he would do a cover of something and he'd send it to me and I'd record it. And because we were stuck inside, the places we recorded were very particular. I recorded in my bathtub, and he recorded in his closet.
Like a walk-in closet studio. And only you were technically trapped, because I'm in Montana, so I was still able to
Yeah, New York City was go for
walks.
Locked down.
But eventually the pandemic, lifted, the quarantine lifted, and she came out of her bathtub and I came out of the closet. Anybody else? Show of hands? No? You can find me later. You don't have to raise your hand now.
But in all seriousness, we started something that a lot of people still come up to us and talk about. We release music every Friday, and I think at the time when everybody was stuck doing nothing, it was nice to have something hopeful to look forward to, and I think that music in general can be that in, the most wonderful times and in the darkest times. So after that, we decided that we really liked playing together, and Nick was like, why don't we write together? And I was like, that sounds like a terrible idea. And we did. I came out to Montana, and we wrote our first record and released it in 2021. And it kind of just took off from there, and we've been writing and playing and doing all sorts of stuff and touring. And we have another record coming out in October, our sophomore record. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah.
Our sophomore effort.
Will you play your... I'm going to make sure... We're going to make sure this is in tune, because it sounds better that way. Can I get a little more of that alternate acoustic too in my monitor, please?
Yay!
There we go, beautiful. Okay.
This is a brand new song that is on that EP coming out in October, and we released as a single earlier this year. It's a song about love and how it's one of the only things that really stands the test of time and beyond time and space. You never stop loving someone, no matter where you are. It's called The Love Remains.
Promise to meet you in my dreams, but I've been trying for hours and I can't sleep. Doesn't matter if you got nothing to say, I just want you with me in every hour, every day. Plans may change, my heart's the same, the love remains.
Had every reason to pack my bags and run, always hoping you'd stop me before I'd go. Hard to say when the water got so deep. I wouldn't change a thing though. If I'm a tune, then you're the beat, through the losses and the gains. The love remains. Well, fire will always find us when the bleak winter's done. And when the years unwind us, was to meet you in my dreams. But I've been trying for hours and I can't sleep. My head is heavy and it's got no place to land. Lying here without you, and I'm still reaching for your hand. The space has changed, but you're in my veins. The love remains. The fire will always find us when the wind starts to blow. So let the storm unwind us. We will find a way back home, like a weather vane in this hurricane. The love remains. The love remains.
Anyone seen that Coen Brothers movie, Ballad of Buster Scruggs? That's like a bunch of kind of Western vignettes and really cool. And the jumping off spot for that song was one of the little vignettes that they did. And we don't know what this song means, do we?
What song?
The next song.
Oh, the next song, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we do. It was one of the first, this next song is one of the first songs we wrote together. It's funny because we use that as a jumping off point, and you get ideas from everywhere. But lately, many of you know, your towns have become quite popular because of that show Yellowstone. And so we've had a lot of people touring, coming up to us and telling us this next song reminds them of that show.
And I go, California, Texas.
But it is particularly Western for us. It's a song off our first record. This song is called Something in the Blood.
Sort of a tone poem to desire, I guess.
Something in the blood, something in the bone, pulls you closer, pulls you closer, feels like home. Something on the heart blows me open, clean wide open, blows me apart. If I come to you, would you sing? If I sing for you, will you come for me, my honeybee? Could you set me free? Ring around the moon, hotter in the dark, calls me closer, calls me closer.
If I come to you, would you sing to me? If I sing for you, will you come for me, my honeybee? Would you set me free? Flower in the flood, a feather on the vine, takes me over, takes me over. Something in the blood, something in the deep, howls like hunger, pulls me under. Place for keeps. If I come to you, would you sing to me? If I sing for you, will you come for me, my honeybee? Set me free.
Thank you.
Thanks. And for our next trick.
I think we should tell the story about how this song originally came to us. So when we first decided to write together, you know, we both brought ideas to the table because we had never written with each other before. And this was half an idea that Nick had already, like you wrote the chorus and you had this other verse that was really
brutal.
sad.
It was
and
brutal
depressing.
and savage to whoever's on the other end of whatever this song is. And she brought it to my attention, as I can be sometimes very abrasive and untoward.
I said, I really love this hook. Your Vagrant Heart Is Mine is such a great hook. I was like, but can we write a song maybe about not from a more
Caring place.
a loving perspective, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sure.
I mean, we write songs about all sorts of stuff. You know, sometimes your heart's broken and you just want to be like, but this is the way we turned this one around. I said to Nick, I want to write about people who lost touch and are wondering about each other, because I think that's a really universal thing. How many people, I mean, now we have Facebook and Instagram and Google, but how many times have you like fallen in love, even if it's just for a minute or a second or a month, and wondered about that person, you know, whether they left or the circumstances weren't right. And there's just always that part of your heart that still has them inside it.
Wonderful, bittersweet pang that the younger generation will never know. Because they'll know exactly what happened to that person, and it's way less romantic when you see the reality. You imagine them fighting tigers. What's that?
I flew. All my picks already flew.
You lost your pick already? How do you lose them so fast?
I don't know. I have a Swiss cheese for a brain. I can't tell you where I put the picks.
Okay.
I think I just threw them.
Well, I've only got a couple, so I'm not gonna.
Pick stingy with his picks.
Do you want one a little less softer than that one?
Yeah, not so hard. Thank you.
Trade me, pick for pick. You can get this back.
You see this dynamic?
At the end of class.
This is how this works.
Don't lose that one, it's lucky. This is called Your Vagrant Heart Is Mine. cruising down this empty gut, a heart like leaves in fall. And I don't mind if I wasn't your last best first after all. Well, I heard you're someone else's now. Heartache, take your best shot. They'll clip your wings for all the things you think you need, but you haven't got. They'll tell you tinsel's treasure, 'cause it shines. But your vagrant heart is mine.
Friday night, driving slow, we were spitting cherry pits out windows, nowhere to go. All that glitter turned to gold, burning daylight, dreaming we might never grow old. Well, I heard you're someone else's now. Heartache, take your best shot. They'll clip your wings and sell you things you think you need, but you haven't got. They'll tell you tinsel's treasure, 'cause it shines. But your vagrant heart is mine. November rolled around.
100 horses couldn't hold you down on that night that you left town.
We were young and we were wild.
Love seemed to chase you every mile,
Like an orphan child. I know you're someone else's now. Heartache, take your best shot. Could have been and should have been. Give me everything you got.
and if it's for the best or less, that's fine.
And on a good day I can say I almost don't mind. 'Cause your vagrant heart is mine.
You look like you were going to say something.
I was, and I was like, maybe she's gonna say something. I don't know what to say.
How y'all doing? You doing well? This next song is not out yet. It's not released. We are releasing it in October with the EP. We don't live in the same state. I feel like that needs to be said. So as we kind of got
The
through
actual
this,
state, like State of the Union, physical, geographical state.
yes, I spend a lot of time here in Montana. It is my home away from home and has been for a decade, the better part of a decade. But I do live in New York, and so when we decided to write this next body of work, we had to figure out how to write separately and then bring it together, which was a lot of tossing things back and forth, which was new for both of us.
Again, not physically, geographically. It would be too far of a throw.
And this was one of the first songs that came from that kind of tossing back and forth across the country. Nick had this beautiful guitar lick that he wanted to add into a song, and he's like, "What do you think of this guitar lick?" Hold it. And I said, and I sang a melody to it, and like that's how the song started taking shape. You want to say what you want to say about the guitar lick?
I can say right now.
So when we ended up going into the studio to record, we realized that that beautiful guitar lick was a little busy and was kind of getting in the way of the words. So the thing that started the whole writing of the song got cut.
Which, that's what happens, though. You have to kill your creative babies every now and then for the sake of, I mean, it just happens, so. And it was.
He's a little bitter about it still.
Wonderful. I'm a little bitter, but you know what? It's fine. It started as like a finger-picking exercise, but yeah, sometimes if something's incessant, it really just is kind of like, could you, and you finally mute it when you're recording it, you're like, oh, wow, oh, that's a neat song. Couldn't hear it behind that flurry of guitar.
So this is the song that came out of that long distance writing. It's a song that makes me think of parents and children. It's called Always Everything.
If I tried to, I could find you anywhere you go. You've been hiding somewhere in that wreckage of your heart, I know. You've been staring at the empty, trying to keep it down. Falling in too weak to swim, but I would never let you drown. And if the dam broke, I'd be your boat, take you far from here. Baby, I won't give up if you give in. I'm staying right here, lose or win, anything you need. I promise I'll always be. I could be your tree to lean on anywhere you are, keep you safe beneath my shade, but every inch I grows too far. If you need it, I will be it, always everything. Baby, I won't give up if you give in. I'm staying right here, lose or win, anything you need. I promise I'll always be. Yeah. I won't give up if you give in. I'm staying right here, lose or win, anything you need. I promise I'll always be.
Thank you. That one's coming up next month. We have been really fortunate with both of our records to be able to use local Flathead talent on the records themselves. So, do any of you know Ross Bridgman at all? Piano player. He's a wonderful talent. He just recently acquired Beargrass Studios, and he was the producer on 2 of our songs on this new EP, this new record. And then a lot of you must know Mike Murray. He was the producer on another song that you heard earlier, The Love Remains, the second song. He produced that for us, so and played some drums on it as well. He's a drummer, did you know? He
started as a drummer, listening nonstop to The Doors live that his dad played for him on vinyl,
So we basically took all our talented friends and said, hey, can you help? And they were more than happy to, as we are with them. And this is such a unique place with so many incredibly talented individuals. And it is so wonderful to be a part of that community. And you guys are very fortunate in that way. So I don't know what it is about Montana.
Something in the water. That's one of the first songs we wrote while remotely and meeting in the middle of the country and driving. We discovered the hard way that Susan's...
Okay, hold on. Can I...
Great at everything. Oh, no, go ahead.
I have never met someone who can go on the longest drives and not put on any music. He's a musician, and he'll sit there and talk the whole time, like hours.
Yeah, but I'm also a musician, and I walk into like a bar, and if there's a musician playing, I'm like, oh, I just want to have a burger in silence. I'm horrible.
So he likes to drive and do things. He's like, let's write, let's do it. And I like to drive and listen to music and get a good, like, teary eye and, think about my feelings. And so we definitely, because we've done so much touring together at this point and spent so many hours in the car together, when we first started, it came to blows about it because he kept trying to get me to write in the car, and I was just like, I don't want to.
Seriously, we're like driving you from Sisters Folk Festival to the Portland airport and like gotten like almost like
one of our many this band has done fights.
Ridiculous. I'm like, let's just write the song. She's like, I don't want to write it right now. I just want to listen to Brandy Carlisle. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So we listened to Brandy Carlisle, and at the end of that drive, we still did not have a song.
But we ended up with this beautiful song is the point. We ended up spending some time in Nashville finishing this record, writing this record, and driving from Nashville to my home in New York. We just started singing it, and the song just sort of fell out from there. I think that as artists, there is a part of this idea of being in love with possibility, and there's nothing more possible than when you're in love. And so for me, this song is all about that, trying to be everything you can for someone else, even if it's absolutely impossible. The song's called The Painter.
I'm not well read, instead I spend my time dreaming out the window. I've nothing interesting to say to you. I weigh the days by all my yesterdays, fading in the rear view, like all the tired towns I'm passing through. But if I were a painter, I'd spend all my time painting you. I can't recall it all the time when I was sure of what I wanted. So many plans with zero follow through.
Like I rate those like every time we play that, I do like a mental ticker of like, how was that? I'm like, oh, that was a good one. I'm glad you guys were here for that one.
You know, the beauty of live performing, there's always a not so good one at some point in the many, many shows, but you'll never know.
That time when I accidentally play a Canadian G. Not good. Sorry, there's no one from Canada, is there? Sorry, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Come on. It's the Queen's G.
Some of you who know us have heard this story before, but for those of you who don't know us, this next song is a song that was on our first record. In our attempt to write together, I thought it would be cool if we took this hook and we made this song about a girl picking up a guy in a bar, because you never hear songs from a woman's perspective. A lot of times it's a guy sees someone across the way that he loves, and then the story goes on from there. And so I was like, what does a girl, see when she looks across the bar at something she likes? Or a woman.
It's usually like spinach artichoke dip and white bean salad, isn't it?
That, yes, and a nice glass of Chardonnay.
Yeah, chard, salmon, the dressing on the side.
And so we both kind of wrote a little bit of a verse and came back together. And Nick had this wonderful verse. It was beautiful, very, it was really well written. And
it just wasn't what women actually think.
I was just like, no woman would think that of a guy across the bar.
I don't know, I've known a few.
Anyway, so that was the beginnings of this song. It's called Your Name.
Got a honey sweet smile and impeccable style. You're a walking, talking work of art. I don't even know your name and you're breaking my heart. Ooh, I don't even know your name and you're already breaking my heart. I've seen you arm in arm with some waste of time at the bar. You're making my insides ache. Oh, you had me from the start. I don't even know your name and you're breaking my heart. And when I look in your eyes, it's like I'm falling through sky. I'm dizzy and I haven't drunk a drop. Whatever you're doing to me, baby, please don't stop. Ooh, I don't even know your name and you're already breaking my heart. I seen you arm in arm with some wasted time at the bar. You're making my insides ache. Oh, you had me from the start. And I don't even know your name and you're breaking my heart.
Why don't you tell him, Nick?
You make me weak in the knees, baby, pretty please. Give me a reason, I'll make it worth your time. So if you're looking around, oh, I won't tie you down. You're a mountain of a man I was made to climb. breaking my heart. I don't even know your name, and you're breaking my heart. Thank you.
Thank you. So sometimes when Susan's back in New York and I play like a solo gig, I'll sing that song, but I'll say this is a Big Sky City Lights song, and it's so fun finally getting to "You're a mountain of a man I was made," and everyone just kind of turns around. They weren't planning on that curveball at the Blue Moon. Never driven so fast out of a parking lot.
The song was too hot for that sign. It had to come down, take it all off. Mystery.
Yep. Oh, it's on the set list over to the side. That's why I didn't see it.
Sorry, I write the set lists, and I start really big with my writing, like, I have plenty of space, and then by the end it's like, I can't learn.
You have a lot of tuning to do, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to play Name That Tune, which is what Susan hates when I do this, but I love this. This is because it's a good joke, and for those of you who have heard this joke, ignore it. For the rest of you, I hope it's funny. Name this tune. Okay, good. Right, that was easy. How about this? Okay, now listen real carefully. Stairway to Alabama. It's a stairway that only goes down, and when you get there, it's 90% humidity. Thank you very much. Never gets old. I actually really did. I started to write it, you know. Big wheel, keep on turning. By the way, this is totally allowed because this avoids all copyright because it's two different songs at the same. Big wheel, keep on turning, carry me home to Seaman. Weird, right? No, don't applaud for that. Come on, it's a parlor trick. Thank you so much. Just giving her time to tune.
That was great.
Yeah, that was great.
You got big laughs on that one.
I know. I feel good about it.
Cool. This is a song that we it's brand new. We have not recorded it or done anything with it yet. We're just kind of toying with it. So we've done it a couple times this summer. So y'all are part of this whole guinea pig thing with this song, which was a separate subject about guinea pigs later. It's such a weird phrase.
Well, I think they tested things on them. Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, la 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 la.
Not to be confused with gerbils. That's a different conversation. Thank you very much, Richard Gere. Anyway, keep it G.
I mean, I don't know about all y'all, but I think in general there's a feeling of overwhelmed that seems to be pretty pervasive in our community today, and definitely individually. I feel overwhelmed a lot. And the older I get, the more I know, the less I feel like I know. And it can make all your efforts and all your designs to try and like make your life a certain way feel completely futile. And so I wanted to write a song about this idea of letting go that people keep talking to me about, that we really actually don't have any control. It's a terrifying subject, and it's something about it's very beautiful, the free fall of knowing that you do your best, and the rest is just, as Nick says to me all the time, unclench your fist.
It's so true. I just watched on the plane, we were just back in New York, and on the plane there's a movie called Bridge of Spies. Have you guys seen this movie? Mark Rylance is a wonderful actor, and he plays this communist spy in like the early 60s, and he's on trial, and Tom Hanks turns to him several times in the movie and says, "Aren't you worried?" And Mark Rylance always says, "Would it help?" And it's kind of my mantra, don't call me a commie. Or you can.
Yeah, so that's where this song kind of came from, this idea of letting the unknown be. It's called Let the Mystery Be. When the water level rises and the walls start closing in, when I feel the hands of wasted time in every line across my skin, when every answer's 10 more questions, when all my dreaming takes a toll, well, I'm a map with no direction, and I'm scared of letting go. Let the wind carry me. Let the mystery be. I am paralyzed by silence. It's the sound of my mistakes. I've always been the kind to hedge my bets when I'm halfway through the race. All this time's been moving forward while I'm looking back behind. All the many miles of turns I missed, searching for a sign right in front of me. Let the mystery be. Defeated by a second-guessing soul. All this history repeated, 'cause I'm scared of letting go. Well, there's something in me burning, something I might never name. I am lost, but I am learning. I'm a dancer in the flame. Let the mystery be. In every train of homebound strangers, and all the rivers of taillights, a million hearts move on through the dark, towards a glimmer in the night, the light we cannot see. Let the mystery be. Let the mystery be. Thank you so much. Thank you. We got one more for you today if you'll indulge us. We'd love to say hi to you once we're finished here. We'll go over by this little table, and if you want to say hello. We're pretty nice people. We don't bite hard. And we love to meet new people, so please come say hi. We got CDs for sale there if you want to take something home with you. And we have an email list to let you know about all of our upcoming dates, our music dropping, all the important stuff. Definitely sign up for that email list if you want to know a little bit more about us. It is our pleasure to be here today. Thank you to the Daily Interlink for having us, for this fabulous team of women who set this whole thing up.
And on Monday, it's Melissa's birthday, so we got to sing happy birthday right now.
Oh my God, Melissa!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Melissa. Happy birthday to you, and many more.
I love you, Melissa.
Sorry, I forgot I had to do that.
Hair turns gray. All right, so we're going to end with the last track off of our new upcoming EP. This is a song that is about growing old with someone, just the feeling of that. I recently got married, and Nick's been married for a while now, and I wanted to write about what that might feel like. Thank you again for having us. We're Big Sky City Lights.
Youth, they say, is squandered on the young. That's why they call it youth, my son. When you're old, you're wise, but some say fire inside your heart dies, but not in mine.
Love's the higher law, but we are wild. All's fair in love and war, my child. Hearts beat black and blue, and every now and then they break in two, but not with you. 'Cause after all the years go by, your eyes will still make me feel high through the barroom haze of bygone days. And one day we'll smile and tell of singing songs and ringing bells when all our hair turns gray.
Life is not a game of win or lose.
Not every choice is yours to choose.
Hope's too long to list. You take your swings, and half the time you miss.
But that's not this. 'Cause after all the years blow by, your eyes will still make me feel high, and we'll kiss the ghost of yesterday. And one day we'll smile and tell of singing songs and ringing bells when all our hair turns gray. And reach for me when you begin to fear your heart might start to disappear. And hold me near. All we have and ever did and ever will is always right now and right here.
Time's a river flowing through this world, and it only runs one way, sweet girl.
Winding aimlessly dancing with me. 'Cause after all the years blow by, your eyes will still make me feel high. From our porch swing hideaway, and one day we'll smile and tell of singing songs and ringing bells when all our hair turns gray. When all our hair turns gray.
We're Big Sky City Lights. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate you.